Oh.
Now we're rolling. Damage Plan MMA podcast. I'm Jason. As always, my co-host. Are we gonna should I say it?
You too.
The voice of MMA in Utah.
It's
the
your,
voices.
It's I've never said it.
Zack Partridge.
I've
what
never
up?
said it.
Everybody knows who you are. What up, Doug?
Oh,
how you doing?
I'm good.
A week away from your fight. A little cranky today. Zack's been running around being a little cranky today.
I'm not that bad, but when you're just drinking water constantly and you're not eating, like I'm eating enough food,
yeah,
but I'm not eating what I want to eat. You know, I went to bowling league last night and everybody's eating all this good like tater tots and French fries and good stuff, and I'm eating a chicken wrap, lettuce wrap.
How was that?
It was good. It wasn't fries and tater tots and chicken tenders. And then Bubba J is he's been waking up for the last 3 weeks at like between like 5 a.m. and 5:30.
Maybe that's a sign you got to get up and go for a run.
And my amazing wife. No, that's my wife's time that goes to the gym.
Oh,
yeah. Remember, my wife's like 6 months pregnant.
Oh,
and she still gets up at 5 a.m. and goes to the gym at 5:30
nice.
every morning. Oh yeah,
nice.
She's
no excuses.
No excuses. So me and Bubba J gets a good quality time from 5:30 to 7 a.m. every morning.
He's probably restless too. He's probably ready to roll, ready to go.
Our king size bed is about good 4 feet off the ground. It seems like. I doze off. I turn the TV on. We turn on Doc McStuffins. I doze off. I let him watch it. And also I hear this. I wake up to him going, And I look over. He's hanging off the bed. He tried to get down, but his legs are just hanging out and grab him and pull him back up this morning.
Oh, man.
Try and get like
that's
10, 15 minutes in here and there between, episodes of Doc McStuffins.
Fun stuff, man. Did you see the video on going around with Conor McGregor hitting the mitts?
Yeah.
And everybody's dogging him because
Henry Cejudo.
His hands are down. There's a couple people that went in on him pretty good.
That's fine. Because, well, that's fine. I mean, we can make fun of Henry. I can make fun of Henry Cejudo too. He roasted Cyborg, or Kayla Harrison roasted him in Cyborg. That was hilarious. They're back and forth.
They were back and forth. It was really good. Yeah.
Both sides. Tip of the hat, both sides. That was great.
I listened to Kayla Harrison's interview that she did talking about the fights with Amanda and Cyborg, and she was actually really respectful. She's like, I respect both of them. She's like,
she beats both of them.
She's like, I've never said I could beat him. I never said I was in the same. She never even said she was in the same category as them. Mm. She's like, but I'm a competitor. I want to fight the best, and they're the two best in my weight class.
And they're all three in different organizations.
It's crazy. Did you see PFL they're coming out with a pay-per-view thing now?
Oh.
Yeah, I saw that. I didn't read the whole article, but
it's smart. I'm interested in PFL now. I like PFL.
If for the right fight.
I don't know if they have enough stars.
That's what I'm getting. It's like, what would you pay? It's supposed to be for like super fights, right? But they're not going to be able to bring in Cyborg, and they're not going to bring in Amanda to fight Kayla on that because they're totally different organizations.
Maybe.
I don't know. It's yeah, interesting. What do you think about McGregor and Jorge? You like that fight?
Chael said it's time. This summer's time.
I love it.
But Here's the other thing. Nate Diaz has one fight left on his contract, and he says he's done. I think he's going to go to boxing. I think Nate, or he'll just never fight again.
Yeah.
But I think he's over it. I don't think the UFC will book any other fight besides Nate Diaz versus Conor McGregor. I think that's what's going to happen.
Yeah.
After that, Conor Jorge.
I think the time's now for.
Because you ready for this? If Conor wins 2 fights, he's going to get a title shot, right?
He beats Jorge too, I think.
I don't know about that.
I think he does.
I don't know about that. I'm just saying, though. You go, Conor, he wins 2 fights.
If he beats Jorge and Nate, you think they give him a title shot?
Yeah. Dude, Leon Edwards is getting one off beating Nate Diaz.
That's true. Yeah, but he's won like 9 in a row, 10 in a row.
Yeah, Conor used to be the former champ.
I mean, money-wise.
And after all, this is a business.
It's a business.
I mean, me and Mason had fun going back and forth last night on Facebook.
Yeah.
By the way, one of his posts did get taken down and he got a warning for bullying.
For being a bully, calling you a bully, and he was the one bullying.
No, he said he can't wait to beat me up after my fight.
Can't say that, Mason.
Can't say that, Mason. Facebook's watching.
Facebook is watching.
But we were talking to, but it's true. Henry Cejudo's like, Jorge can make all this money. Izzy can make all this money. These fighters can get all these new deals. Why can't I get paid? Looking at the camera here. You're not relevant.
Not relevant, dog.
One, he's not even in the USADA testing pool. So quit talking to fighters.
Yeah. That's what I don't like.
He's just, I feel like he's so disingenuous. He's great. And what he accomplished was incredible.
Yeah.
He's not an all-time great fighter. His window wasn't long enough.
Yeah, I agree with you. I don't.
If he would have defended both belts multiple times, or finally said, I'm going to stay at 135 and defended that 4 or 5 times and then bounced.
Yeah.
Different conversation.
That's it. I like him as a coach. I like him coaching people. I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's fun.
I think it's cool. I bet he's a good coach.
He's like the new Paul Heyman of UFC. He's like Paul Heyman.
I bet
he's just a little manager, goody guy.
I bet behind
with a
the
nice
scenes,
mouth on
he's a really good coach behind the scenes.
Oh,
with his wrestling pedigree,
we saw him on The Ultimate Fighter. I think he is.
He's a really good coach.
He's just missing something, and he just doesn't quite get it.
Yeah. Should we break down this card? Because we have a fighter spotlight coming up at 3:00.
Yeah.
So we're going to get to breaking down this card, give you guys our picks for tomorrow. First up of the night, we start in the light heavyweight division. We got Tufan Shukui against Azamat Mirzakhanov. The Don against the professional. The Don is 6'1", stands 6 foot tall, 77-inch reach. The professional is a professional. He is 10-0. He stands 5'10" with a 71-inch reach. Tufan coming off a unanimous decision win against Mike Rodriguez about 5 months ago. And the professional is a Contender Series.
More importantly, he's a Russian.
You know what? There's something about these Contender Series guys that come in and fight guys that have already been fighting in the UFC. They don't really do very well, but they're not Russian.
The Russian does. I'm thinking the Russian.
Look, I'm staying far away from this, but something tells me to pick Tufan on this one.
Really?
Yeah.
You think he hands him his first loss? He's been fighting in Brave FC, which isn't bad. That's a couple good wins.
I'm not picking against the Russian, but I'm just going to say I wouldn't hate anybody for taking Tufan.
Okay, ready for this?
Yeah.
To get to 6-0, he beat a guy that was 14-3 and knocked him out in 50 seconds.
Tufan?
No.
Oh, the
Russian. So it's not like he just had patty cakes all the way through.
Oh, and he knocked out and he freaking knocked the dude out on the Contender Series.
So I'm like, I'm in on the Russian. I think, and I probably think minus 135 is
he's 185
or 185
unless they changed it.
Yeah, I think 185. That's probably good.
I'm not going to break our podcast rules.
Don't do it.
But
I'm taking a Russian.
Caution on that one. I think Tufan's got a really good chance on that.
Okay.
Okay, so we're both going on the Russian. This fight, look, Guido Connetti against Chris Montino. Connetti this is in the bantamweight division. Connetti 8-6. He stands 5'6" with a 68-inch reach. Montino is 9-5. He stands 5'7" with a 70-inch reach. I mean, this is the battle of the 42-year-old versus the punching bag. Who do you got?
I'll take the punching bag.
You're gonna
I'm gonna take the punching bag. Hey, listen. Chris, we know he's durable.
He's durable.
Right?
He's durable.
And I'm still mad at Herb Deeb for stopping that fight.
I think everybody in was watching that fight was like, dude, you gotta let the kid finish.
Yeah, at that point,
you gotta let the kid finish.
You could have stopped it a round ago.
Yeah,
but at that point,
if you're gonna let it go that long, he's already has brain damage. What's another 4 or 5 shots?
Guido really hasn't shown anything in the UFC. I mean, just lackluster after the Ultimate Fighter, and I think Chris had a good. He was good. He has some good wins. I like him. It doesn't feel like a UFC level fight.
No, I rewatched that Mana Martinez fight. And that was actually a split decision. Like Connetti actually did some good things. He has some strong leg kicks. Like that guy can crack with his leg kicks.
I don't care. The punching bag can take it all, as he showed him. Again, he showed him at Valley.
I'm not betting it, but I'm going to pick the punching bag.
He wins.
Chris, we're giving it to Chris.
Yeah.
All right. We're in agreement. Next up in the middleweight division, we got Cody Brundage against Dolce Lundgie Ambala, the champion. Brundage is 6'2", stands 6 foot tall with a 72-inch reach. Dolce is 11'3", stands 5'8" with a 76-inch reach. That guy's 5'8" at fights at 185 pounds.
Sure is.
Wow. Okay, this is pretty much a coin flip fight. Dolce is a minus 130 favorite. The comeback is plus 105 on Mr. Brundage. Who do you got on this one?
I'm gonna go ahead and
what are the odds? Flip a coin.
I'm going Brundage.
Oh, hey, Eagle FC's on at 4:00 today. Ryder Newman's the first fight.
Ryder Newman, Reggie Pena.
Yeah.
Both fierce fighting championship. We've seen him fight in Salt Lake City.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Yeah.
Got to check the odds on that when we get off of here and see if Ryder's got some odds.
I don't know anything about the guy he's fighting.
I don't know either.
Just throw a couple bucks on
Yeah,
him.
why not?
Ryder, counting on you, dude. I'm gonna put a monster on you. I'm going Cody Brundage. I like he's over there at Factory X with Mark Montoya. Yeah.
I'm gonna go Brundage as well. This is not a bet fight for me. But I like Brundage.
I think Dolce's I think he's too small.
Next up in the flyweight division, we have Sabina Mazzo versus Miranda Fear the Maverick. Mazzo is 9'3". She stands 5'7" with a 70-inch reach. Fear the Maverick is 9'4". She stands 5'3" with a 65-inch reach. This is interesting to me. Very interesting to me.
Why is it so interesting to you?
Because I'm looking at the odds and Miranda Maverick is a minus 335 favorite. She's not a minus 335 fighter, in my opinion. I don't know how she's that big of a favorite.
Because we just watched Agripova get demolished, right? And Mazzo got demolished by Agripova.
We also just watched Maverick get demolished by Erin Blanchfield.
Erin Blanchfield is legit. Legit.
She's not a minus 335.
So here's what I see. Is Miranda Maverick pretty good on the ground?
I mean, you can't judge it off her last fight against Erin Blanchfield. She's legit.
She's pretty good on the ground.
How many submission wins does she have? Let's look this up. I just don't see how she's that big of a favorite.
I think Miranda Maverick takes her down, controls her, and might submit her.
She has impressive wins. She beat the Liliana Juja. She beat Pearl Gonzalez. She beat Deanna Bennett.
Yeah.
So she's got some good wins.
She's got some good wins, but she has the last 2 losses to Macy Barber, who she claims like she was the future, which that hype train's been derailed a little bit. But I think Erin Blanchfield is the future.
She's got 6 wins, 6 out of her 9 wins by worst submission.
I like Miranda Maverick by submission in this fight.
I don't hate that.
That's all.
But she's got to get her down.
And I think she
huge
will.
Size advantage. She's 5'3". She's a 4.5-inch reach advantage for Mazzo and a 4-inch height advantage.
Oh man. Wrong tube.
I think Maverick's gonna have. I'm gonna go Mazzo. I'm gonna take the underdog in this
That's
one.
fine. You're wrong.
You're wrong.
That's fine. You're wrong.
You're wrong. All right. All right.
Damn. Wrong tube. We're good. No, we're good. Recovered.
Next up in the featherweight division, we got Damon the Leech Jackson against Kamala Kirk, the Jawaian. The Leech is 19-4-1, stands 5'11" with a 73-inch reach. The Jawaian 11-4, stands 5'10" with a 75-inch reach. Pretty even across the board. Odds are pretty even. Coin flip fight. Let's see what it's on. Best fight odds. Yeah, it's literally a coin flip.
I'm gonna take the Leech. I like the Fortis MMA guy. I like his experience. And like he says, like, man, once he gets on you, it turns into a rough night real quick. I like the Leech. I thought his last win against Charles Rosa, I thought he looked phenomenal. And I think he rides that momentum into another win.
I'm with you. The Leech wants no bet. No, I don't have anything to bet on yet.
Oh, I would. I'd bet the Leech on that with those odds. I feel his style. Here's the thing: when you're making these picks and you get in bets,
yeah,
it's styles, right? Well, his style is he will literally win positions and win rounds. So even if the finish doesn't come, he's winning.
I don't hate it.
You're just hoping he doesn't get knocked out, basically.
Yeah. Next up, where are we at? We're in the bantamweight division. We got Trevin 5-Star Jones against Javid Bassarat, the Snow Leopard.
He's scary.
Jones is 13-7, stands 5'7" with a 70-inch reach. Bassarat is 11-0, stands 5'9" with a 69-inch reach. Once again, Bassarat slight favorite, -150. The comeback plus 125 in Trevin Jones.
Yeah. Plus what?
125 on Jones.
Okay, I thought you said 325 for some reason.
No.
What's happening here?
Yeah.
I like Javad. One thing that I really like about him, he's a finisher. He's 11-0, and he's finished every single fight. Every single fight.
This is one of those ones where you have the Contender Series guy coming in and fighting the UFC that guy. I don't like those ones.
I know you don't, but that's fine. But I do. And I think Javad, the Snow Leopard, gets another finish.
I'm going to go follow you on that one too.
I'm trying to get you to pick against me.
I was trying to, but I couldn't. Maybe this one I will. Because I probably think I know where you're going on this one.
You have no idea where I'm going because every time you think you know where I'm going, I zig.
We'll find out right now. In the flyweight division, we got JJ Aldrich against Jillian Robertson. Aldrich is 10-4, stands 5'5" with a 67.5-inch reach. The Savage, 10-6, stands 5'5" with a 63-inch reach. Who do you like and why do you like it? Robertson is a slight favorite at -130. The comeback plus 110 on JJ.
Favorite pick of the night, Jillian Roberts ragdolls her.
Damn it.
Come on, dog. Come on. How did you think I was going to pick against Jillian Roberts?
I thought you were going to pick JJ Aldrich. I
thought way.
You liked her.
I did. Like, she's fine, but, like, Jillian Robertson's a little savage.
Yeah, she is a savage.
I like her. Like, I'm a fan of hers. And I'm sorry, but a win over Vanessa Demopoulos, who I don't really think very highly of, a split decision win over Courtney Casey.
Yeah.
She a split decision loss to Sabina Mazzo. Oh, that's not looking good. I mean, no.
I'm on Robertson as well. Next up in the welterweight division, Matt Smellsberger against AJ Fletcher. Smellsberger is 9-3, stands 6'1" with a 75-inch reach. AJ Fletcher, 9-0, stands 5'10", and he has a 67-inch reach. Smells Semi the Jedi is a -200 favorite. The comeback is plus 170 for Fletcher, who is making his UFC debut off of the Contender Series.
Okay, this one I am gonna ride with you on your
the Contender Series guy fighting that dude.
Yeah.
Smellsburger's gonna be too much for him.
Smellsburger. Well, not just because he's too much for him too.
Dude, the guy's an athlete. Isn't that the guy that played college football? Yeah.
I don't think he's ever fought anybody like with the level of athleticism that Smellsburger. Like, I just think it's going to be, that's just too much. That's a very hard debut fight. Very, very hard. I actually really like Smellsburger in this one to actually even just get a finish.
Fletcher's legit. He's got some submissions.
I think he's tough too, but
Contender Series wins against a 10-2 guy, kind of fighting some cans. He's got some big win. Got a win against a 10-9 guy. I mean, he's got some good wins, and he's got a pretty impressive amateur debut. But too much too soon, in my opinion. I think Smellsburg gets it done.
Yeah, I feel really good about that.
Next up, this should be a good one in the middleweight division. Bruno Silva versus Alex Pereira. Silva is 22-6. He stands 6 foot tall with a 74-inch reach. Pereira 4-1. He stands 6'4" with an 80-inch reach. We all know Pereira and the hype train that's behind him for having 2 wins over Izzy in kickboxing, and he looked super impressive in his UFC debut, knocking out Michelatis.
But Bruno can crack too.
I still think the guy that Pereira knocked out in LFA, I still think he's knocked out. Like, he put that guy to sleep.
Like
that guy was
no, I was trying to explain it to somebody today because they were like, oh no, it's Cole Faust. We were talking about it at the gym. And that guy was legit out from a check hook that like he didn't even like load up. It wasn't like a big woo. It was just a tink
right on the button.
And that guy was out for like 6 minutes.
Out.
Like smelling salts didn't work. Like he went to an alternate universe.
I mean,
does Bruno have a shot?
I think Bruno has a shot. I mean, I think he probably ends up getting finished as well. But once again, you're getting a guy that's UFC vet. He's won his first 3 fights. Wellington Turman, who we just saw get a big win last week. He beat Andrew Sanchez, and then he beat Jordan Wright 2 months ago. I think Pereira ends up finishing him.
I think it's interesting because I think Bruno's sitting there. I mean, if you're Bruno, I mean, you're putting – what are the odds?
Minus 185. Pereira, the comeback is plus 155. It's not enough for me. I feel like
I actually thought Pereira would be a bigger –
actually, looking on best fight odds, he's at minus 200 now at most places. Comebacks plus 170, right in that range. DraftKings, BetMGM, Caesars, BetRivers, FanDuel, all those guys are rated. All of them are about the same. Are you going to pick the underdog?
I kind of want to, because like everybody in the world's like.
So
I had a manager that we talk to regularly and that we work with. And he has a client in the UFC where they're trying to get him to fight this guy.
Yeah.
Alex Pereira. And he said, the scariest guy in the UFC.
Yeah.
And they said, no, thank you.
Yeah.
For a reason, because he's Alex Pereira. And no, thank you. He's the scariest guy in the middleweight division. He's a guy that's unranked that vets with 30 plus fights are saying no, thank you to.
Yeah.
But Bruno Silva's like, I'll crack with him. Like, this isn't kickboxing. Like,
no. Pereira did show me some stuff in that last fight because he showed some great takedown defense.
Yeah, working with Glover Teixeira, I think that's a good move. And
what do you think about him saying? Is he scared of him?
No, he's not.
Come on.
No, he's not.
No.
I think he's the biggest threat at the middleweight division to eventually beat Izzy.
Yeah,
if he can get there.
He's got to get
there. But you ready for this?
Yeah.
I think Derek Brunson beats him right now.
Beats who?
Alex Pereira. His wrestling, like I'm saying, you match him up against somebody that has really good wrestling, and Brunson does have good wrestling with an inexperienced guy that's still kind of learning on the fly.
Yeah,
that'd be a hard matchup that'd be a hard night out for Pereira. Pereira might just put him to sleep too, though. So I don't know.
And he's huge. He's a huge man.
I'm going to say this: Alex Pereira wins. Not an easy fight.
You think he battles through some adversity in this one?
Which I think he needs.
Yep.
I think this is a good matchup for him. I think this is a good fight. And Bruno has a shot. Like, yeah.
All right. Nothing's really stood out to me yet as far as throwing my hard-earned money on this. Next up, we got, this is going to be a fun one. In the lightweight division, we got Drew Dober versus Terence McKinney coming in on short notice. Dober 23-11, stands 5'8" with a 70-inch reach. McKinney 12-3, stands 5'10" with a 74-inch reach. A lot of hype around McKinney. You and I had a little conversation about this because this is one that I'm like, I'm just going to ride with McKinney because he's been on fire. He kind of made me pump the brakes a little bit. I'm not changing my pick, but Dober is no slouch. I think Dober is a little small for that weight division too, in my opinion.
I think Drew Dober knows exactly where he stands. He's been around for a while. You were even surprised. Wow, he's been in the UFC a long time.
Yeah, he's been around a long time.
He trains and spars regularly with Justin Gaethje and Kamaru Usman.
Yep.
This feels to me like everybody in the world is on Terence McKinney. Everybody's on the hype, and for good reason. He's been very impressive. He's been very good. He seems to have a little bit of that touch of death to his hands too. Like if he hits you, you go 9-9.
And he can wrestle.
And he can wrestle.
He's
very well rounded and stuff. I think that this is a big jump up. I think Drew Dober's legit because Drew Dober only loses to like really good guys pretty much in the UFC.
Yep.
Like Benny Dariush,
Islam.
Who was the other? Who was the third?
Brad Riddell was the last one. He just lost.
Right? Like it's like
unanimous decision.
Man, I feel I think that Drew Dober, he's a veteran. I think he gets it done in this one. Terence McKinney, this is going to be a good experience for him. He's going to know where he needs to grow and get better at, and then he'll come back and go on a nice little win streak after this. But for this time, I think to beat somebody like Drew Dober, you need a full camp too.
I don't hate it, but I'm riding with it.
I don't hate the riding with it.
He's been cashing. So you know what? We're going to take some profits and we'll sprinkle a little bit on the underdog. McKinney comes in and gets a big win on here. That's big. Short notice win against a guy like Drew Dober.
He beats Drew Dober. We're having a different conversation, which is entirely possible. I'm not saying it is.
Yeah.
I'm just saying usually in the progression of the young fighters, these fighters, right? They get hot, they have a setback, and they go back to the drawing board. They advance, they get hot. You know, I think that Terence McKinney is legit in every sense of the word. I just think he's about due for a minor setback.
Okay. I don't hate it. Next up, we have in the light heavyweight division, Khalil Roundtree against Carl Robertson. Roundtree is 9-5, stands 6'1" with a 74-inch reach. Robertson 9-4, he stands 6'1" with a 74-inch reach. This is another one of those ones for me. It's just kind of like nobody's really standing out to me. And odds favor Robertson at -130. The comeback is +110 on Roundtree.
I like Roundtree. I actually think he's the better fighter.
I do too.
Dang it!
I know. I flip a coin.
I think if they win, I go back to if they win or if they fight 10 times, I think Roundtree probably wins 6 or 7 out of the 10.
Yeah, I agree. I'm going to go Roundtree as well. All right. Next up in the featherweight division, we got Alex Caceres against Sadiq Yusuf. Caceres, Bruce Leroy, kiss my Converse. 19-12, stands 5'10" with a 73.5-inch reach. Yusuf is 11-2. He stands 5'9" with a 71-inch reach. Surprisingly, Yusuf is a big favorite. He's a -265, and the comeback is +205 on Caceres. And Caceres has kind of turned the corner lately. He's looked great in the last year and a half. His last 4 fights, he's looked phenomenal. He's looking like a total different fighter.
Yeah, this is my underdog pick of the night.
I do not hate it.
Hands down.
I do not hate it.
Experience. I mean, man, you want to look. So Sadiq Yusuf, right? He's very good.
He's legit.
Lost a unanimous decision to Arnold Allen. There was a phenomenal
great fight.
And Arnold Allen is legit. He has good wins over people like Andre Feely, Gabriel Benitez, Mike Davis. He's undefeated in the UFC. Knockout decision, lost a decision to Arnold Allen. Here's the thing. I'm not so sure that he can finish Alex Caceres. Now watch, he gets knocked out.
Yeah.
But Caceres, he got rear naked choke by Crone Gracie. That's fine. Freaking Crone Gracie. Like, whatever. Then lost a split decision back in 2017. Really, since 2018 on, he's been pretty dang good.
Yeah.
I think Alex Caceres, he's been around for a long time, right? He was on The Ultimate Fighter way back when in 2010 with Michael Johnson. He's been in the UFC for over 12 years.
Yeah, and I think he's kind of at his peak right now.
But
I think he's fighting at a high level right now.
He's been in there for 12 years because he got there when he was 21. He's only 30. He's 33 now. Like, he's kind of primed to make a run. If he's ever going to make one, it's now.
It's right now,
and they're kind of trying to feed him to the young lion. I feel like.
Well, they did it back with Chase Hooper too, and he beat Chase Hooper
easily.
Then they give him that Austin Springer kid. He chokes him out. They give him Kevin Kroom, beats him, and then the last fight he fights that Wu Cho, and he chokes him out too. Like, he's been on a roll, but.
And he has a unique body style that I think it's hard to deal with for that weight class. He's long, he's rangy. Yeah, I'm going with Bruce Leroy Jenkins.
Man, I love the underdog. I really do love the underdog pick in this one a lot.
But just take it.
A lot of experience. I'm gonna take the underdog as well.
Oh,
I like Caceres in that. At those odds, it's hard not to. With that experience. All right. Co-main event time.
Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah. In the bantamweight division, we got Marlon Moraes versus Yadong Song.
Song Yadong.
It says Yadong Song on
Yadong.
On Tapology, it says Yadong Song. Magic Moraes is 23-9-1. He stands 5'6" with a 66.5-inch reach. Song 18-6-1. He stands 5'8" with a 67-inch reach.
Marlon's on a rough.
He's been on a rough patch. Justin, what's up, man? Thanks. Appreciate it. The Other Side of the Beehive podcast. Go check those guys out if you haven't heard their podcast before. We need to come do another podcast.
Yeah, we
with
should.
Those guys.
Like,
after your fight, we'll come do one. We'll do another one.
Absolutely. Yeah. Moraes is so good.
Just say it, Doc. I'm taking the underdog.
But is Moraes the favorite?
No, I'm taking Moraes. He's a plus 200.
Oh yeah.
I'm taking Moraes.
I'm not. I think he's mentally broke. I think
Dude, that fight with Merab.
I think so.
He almost had Merab finished.
I know. But he almost had Cejudo finished. Nobody in the world believes that he beat Jose Aldo in that split decision. So much so that UFC gave Jose Aldo the title fight over him. True. Right? Corey Sandhagen. No. Rob Font slapped him. Merab ground and pounded him out. I think he's done.
He almost had Merab finished in that. That was a damn good fight. There was no quit in him in that fight.
I'm not saying that there's quit, but I think there's a mental block. I think there's an issue.
Not after that Merab fight. I think something tells me that, and I'm probably going to hate this when we talk on Monday because he's on a 3-fight losing streak, but I think he gets it done, man.
He's basically on a 5-fight losing streak. He's
been training at Tiger Muay Thai. His stand-up is already, he can crack. I'm giving him a shot, man. I think he can catch Song Yadong. Hate me on Monday morning.
I don't hate you.
Taking the underdog.
You know what the problem is? Is I picked Marias in all those fights that he lost, except Merab. That was when I finally turned on him, and that's where I just said, I think he's done.
So he's on your dead to me board?
He's not dead to me. Like, I like him and I'm a fan of his. He's not dead to me. It's just I don't believe he's there anymore. He's got to show me that he's there again. Almost finishing fights doesn't cut it.
I don't hate. Yeah, I'm still taking underdog. I'm taking the underdog.
It's a big step up for Song Yadong though too. Like Marias is a monster.
I think I'm taking it. I'm sprinkling.
I don't hate
sprinkling.
I don't hate it. I like Song Yadong.
All right. Main event time in the light heavyweight division. We got Thiago Santos versus Mogomed Ankalov. I don't even think we're going to need to really give you much of a breakdown on this one, but Santos is 22-9, stands 6'2" with a 76-inch reach. Mogomed Ankalov is 16-1, stands 6'3" with a 75-inch reach. Ankalov's been down at Extreme Couture.
He sure has.
Yeah. Sean Strickland's been saying he's crazy. and if Sean Strickland's calling him crazy,
my gosh.
Wow. I mean, the odds are a little disrespectful to Santos. Ankalov is minus 600, plus 410. I mean, come on. Santos can crack. And this is a fight.
But here's the thing. I was on the Santos. Like, I think Santos is actually the one that beat John Jones.
I do too. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I agree.
Like, I go watch that fight
agree.
and I'm like,
100% agree.
He pushed the action the whole time. He did the damage. Like, I mean, on one ACL, like everybody cried about the Dominic Reyes fight.
Yeah.
I was more upset about the Thiago Santos.
Yeah.
But mentally he hasn't been the same. And I know he beat Johnny Walker in his last fight, but he didn't look great doing it.
And Johnny Walker hasn't looked great in a while either.
I actually think from the rumor is Ankalov is with an impressive victory, he'll be next in line to fight the winner of Yuri and Glover. And so I think Ankalov comes out and I actually think he puts him away.
What was the stat that I said on Monday? It's if they have Magomed in their name.
Oh my gosh, right?
It's like a 90% win percent in the UFC. 88%. If they have Magomed. We're not betting against the Russian dog. We're not betting. I mean, I'm not lame. There's really only a couple fights that I'm like, I'll sprinkle a little bit here. Nothing really stands out to me like, ooh, this is I'm really liking this matchup. I want to throw some cheddar on it. Is there anything that stands out to you?
On this fight?
I can tell you right now.
Ankalov by inside the distance.
Ankalov inside the distance. Mckinney, Dober inside the distance.
No. McKinney, Dober?
The McKinney Dober's not going to this. Somebody's getting finished in that fight.
I don't think that that's a for sure.
I'm pretty confident in that one. I like that.
Jillian Robertson.
Jillian Robertson could
by
finish.
Submission.
Or by submission. And Pereira. I actually think the Pereira and Silva one could.
No way.
You think somebody gets KO'd?
Oh, yeah. Somebody's going 9-9.
Yeah, I just think with the way that Dober cracks and the way that McKinney, when he gets people down, goes for the finish. Like,
Miranda Maverick by submission. I like that one too.
I'm not touching that one. That one scares me.
You shouldn't be touching Miranda Maverick anyways.
No, I'm a married man, Zack. Oh, man. It should be a good night of fights. We got a fighter spotlight coming up here in 9 minutes.
And guess what? I got to pee.
And Zach's got to pee. So we will see you guys Monday afternoon for our quick little recap. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. Why is Zack 38 pounds from his fight weight? I don't know, Cody. He's been eating freaking
My nutritionist
Campbell's soup. We'll see you guys on Monday. Thanks for tuning in.
Bah!